Welcome, race fans, to the SimWorld Racing Network special presentation of the Katie Robinson Memorial 500 qualifying from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I am your host, Hillbilly Hara. I'll be with you all night long as we get through this qualifying effort here for the 500, which will run next week, next Saturday night, on the 8th of June, right here on SimWorld Racing Network. Now, originally we were going to do qualifying. We were going to have kind of one lap and then a pit stop with a second lap. However, we've had a little bit of technical difficulty getting scoring and timing to work correctly. So this will be a standard 2-lap qualifying effort, kicking off in about 2 minutes to set the pole position. And I think maybe the top 10, looks like we have 10 or 12 drivers here. Many have taken provisionals. The provisionals are a first-come, first-served basis, which will fill out the rest of this, I think, 25 or 30-car field due to the fact that many drivers just couldn't make qualifying tonight. However, we're going to bring all the action for qualifying for the pole position here in the Katie Robinson Memorial 500 at Charlotte Motor Speedway to you right now on the SimWorld Racing Network. If you would like to donate to the Katie Robinson Memorial Scholarship, you can visit ChippewaCountyCommunityFoundation.org. Click on Donate, go to Sault Ste. Marie, and search for the Katie Robinson Memorial Scholarship. Be sure and donate today. You can see it right there on your screen, the website. Do it. If you got $1, you got $5, you got $10, maybe you got $1,000. Donate it to the scholarship to help out with this fund. And this is all in memory of Katie Robinson. More to come on that a little bit later as we get through this qualifying effort here. Looks like James Nelson has taken the field. I'm not sure. Okay, no, he's backing up, so he's not going to qualify quite yet. We are going in the order of practice speeds. So the slowest car in practice will go out for qualifying first, as we see the drivers lining up on pit road according to practice speeds. They'll go out, run their 2 laps, post their time. The top, it looks like if we had more than 10 that were going to make qualifying, then we would do the top 10. But since we don't, it looks like we're going to have the top 6 drivers in this qualifying effort will run another set of laps to set the top 6 in the field. I think I explained that correctly, but hey, I've been wrong before. Again, SimWorld Racing Network, we speculate a lot, but this I'm pretty sure I'm not speculating on. As tonight we have Gregory Robinson, Tommy Osborne, Greg Barnett, Mark Caviage, not sure who that is, Tyrone Yo, Eric Thornton, Will Young, Dennis Kane, Kenneth Pack, Curtis Salburn, and James Nelson here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and bring in race organizer Gregory Robinson, see if we can get a word from him. So let's see if we can get him into the booth here. I do not have permissions to bring him in, so unfortunately cannot get a word with him unless he jumps into the booth himself. I'll be right back with you. I'm going to see if I can go grab him and get him over here into the booth, so bear.
One out lap, 2 laps.
Greg, you'll have to back up to get back here behind him.
Yes, David.
Trying to see if we can go ahead and get Gregory Robinson into the booth and discuss this event that will be the main event. Comes up next weekend, next Saturday. However, this is the qualifying for that event, going to happen right here, right now on SimWorld Racing Network. We have Gregory Smokey Robinson in the booth with us right now. So, Greg, so you want to explain a little bit about this event, this memorial event that we're doing for your sister, Katie?
Tonight, I will. Can we do it in between the qualifying rounds? I'm trying to get everything organized. Can we do this between qualifying rounds?
Oh, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out, but you jump back in the booth, buddy. We've got you live on the air right now, just so you're aware. But you jump in when you're ready to do it, bud, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, it's going to be top 10 advance to the second round.
Top 10 will advance to the second round. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
All right, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll get a word from Greg Robinson a little bit later on. Sounds like he's got his hands full trying to get everything organized and ready to go here as we see the 75 of James Nelson currently on track, making his laps around this speedway. In the number 75 auto serve machine, that Ford coming around to post a 30.36 on his first lap here in qualifying at Charlotte Motor Speedway. AutoServe, check them out. If you're in the Charlestown, West Virginia area, get your service done at AutoServe. As James is working around his second lap. As he crosses the start-finish line to post a 30 flat, 30.00, picks up a little bit, picks up over 0.3 on his second lap. Good run for James Nelson. We'll see if we can get our next driver up and ready to go here. So we see the number 98 machine. It says Malkavage. Not really sure the full name there, but we'll go with that. His Webco number 98 Toyota takes the up to speed lap here. We'll see what he can post on his first lap out. Crosses the line to start his first lap. Looking to beat a 30 flat put down by James Nelson in the 75. Running kind of a middle line there through 3 and 4. This comes through the tri-oval to complete his first lap. He will time in at a 31.27 as he starts his second lap. See if he can pick up. He's going to need to pick up quite a bit. At least 1.27 to match the 75. We'll see if he can get that done here on lap number 2 of his qualifying effort here. In that 98 Webco Toyota. Comes through the tri-oval for his final lap here. Will time in at a... That time may have been invalidated due to the fact that he cut the tri-oval just a bit. So he'll time in at a 31.27, which was his first lap as Gregory Robinson rolls out on the track in that number 18 Chevrolet. Lake Superior State University Chevrolet there. I believe LSSU was the college his sister was going to be attending to play hockey for that school prior to the tragic loss of Katie Robinson back in, I believe, 2021. But yeah, so Gregory Robinson on track in the number 18 Lake Superior State University Chevrolet. Always fast at Charlotte Motor Speedway as he's coming around to take the green flag on his first lap here at the start-finish line. First lap times in at a 30:34. Got one lap to go for the number 18 machine. That's enough for P2. And lap 2 will bring him at a 29:86. Put Gregory Robinson at the top of the board. I do apologize, folks. Gonna have to reset this just a second here to get the scoring and timing up and working properly for the folks at home. I do apologize, but it needs to be done. As we see Gregory Robinson now at the top of the charts here. Dennis Kane rolling out on track, take his first lap. Dennis Kane times in on his first lap with a 30.10, puts him third fastest currently. See if he can pick up a little on this second lap. So he comes off of turn 4, heading through the tri-oval, take start finish line here. Second lap was a 30.14, so slowed down just a bit, but that'll time him in at third quickest thus far. Next up to qualify will be, don't see anyone rolling quite yet. Curtis Sauburn now rolling out on track in the number 6 Castrol Edge Ford. Again, you can make your donations to the Katie Robinson Memorial Scholarship at ChippewaCountyCommunityFoundation.org. Curtis Sauburn comes in to finish his first lap with time in at a 30.22, puts him fourth quickest overall at the moment. Second lap picks up a bit to a 30.05, third quickest overall for the number 6 Castrol Edge Ford of Curtis Sauburn. So now Tommy Osborne is taking the track to come up to his up to speed lap here. Again, folks, you're tuning in a little bit later. This is the qualifying effort for the Katie Robinson Memorial race that will be held next Saturday night. I think at about 8 p.m. If you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell, you'll get notified when this race is going to start. But I believe it's 8 p.m. for the race. Going to be 500 miles here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Tommy Osborne comes through the tri-oval to take his first lap. Will time in at a 30.62. See if he picks up his second lap, as most drivers have thus far. Tommy running the Night Owl So's sponsor tonight. Mudslide Media on the side of that machine. Always love this paint. Very, very cool paint for Tommy Osborne as he comes to take his second lap. Time in at a 30.22. Picks up a bit. Puts him in 5th position overall. Yeah, not quite what he was looking for. But, you know, again, the top 10 here are going to run additional laps to set the top 10 qualifying order, as Eric Thornton is now taking the track in the number 88 Apex Racing Chevrolet. This driver is one I've had my eye on. Eric Thornton is always fast each and every time he comes out to race with the Quick Finishers Racing League. And now he's running the Katie Robinson Memorial Race here tonight, or qualifying for it here tonight. We'll see what he can do in qualifying. But Gregory Robinson laid down one heck of a lap at 29.86. It's going to be hard to top that lap. .88 times in with a 30.56 on his first lap. See if he can pick it up a little for the second lap. Gonna have to pick it up quite a bit to get up there with our current pole sitter, at least in the first round of qualifying. Second lap comes in at a 29.96. Huge pickup for Eric Thornton. Puts him P2 on the scoring pylon for now in that number 88 Apex Racing Chevrolet. Tyrone Yo's now taking to the track in his Lake Superior State University number 2 Toyota. Tyrone getting that Toyota wound up for this first lap here. Kind of running a second groove, just a little bit higher than you'd be if you were running the bottom line. Not quite into the second groove, but just half a car up maybe from the line there. As he comes off of 4 through the tri-oval, he'll time in his first lap at a 30.75. And that'll be 7th quickest overall. Second lap for Tyrone Yo bumps up to a 30.16, moves him to 6th overall in the qualifying field. Next out on track, we have 3 more drivers to go here before we break down to the top 10. I think that's going to kick a couple of guys to the outside here, but Greg Barnett rolling out on track in the number 38 Night Owl So's Chevrolet. Another fast driver here in Greg Barnett, always fast each and every week with the Quick Finishers Racing League and the All-American Racing League. Really quick driver. We'll see what he can do here on his qualifying effort for the Katie Robinson Memorial 500. Heads off into 3. Comes around to take his first lap, exiting 4 and through the tri-oval. A little loose there. Crosses the start-finish line. Timing that first lap at a 30.07. One of the faster first laps we've seen all night. See what he can do. If he picks up someone his second lap, this may be a flyer. Fifth quickest on his first lap. He's now exiting 4 for his final lap, coming to the start-finish line. Greg Barnett will time in. And that lap may have been invalidated. I did not see where he had an issue, but must have crossed the lines there somewhere. Did not score that lap for whatever reason. As Kenneth Pack is now taking the track. Kenneth Pack won the QFRL Katie Robinson 600 just last night. 600 miles he ran and ended up winning stage 1, stage 2, qualified on the pole, and won the race. So I look for big things out of Kenneth Pack, as he was one of the fastest in practice tonight. Kenneth times in on his first lap at a 30 flat. Very fast first lap. Let's see what he can do on his second lap around, as he's now on the backstretch. Needs to pick up about a 1/10 and a half to take the pole, or at least the pole going into the final qualifying effort, the B qualifying, I guess. And let's see where he times in. At a 29.93, put him P2. All right. One driver left to qualify will be Will Young. As Will Young in the number 68 Camaro, looks like North Spark Racing Camaro, heading out onto track to take his laps. I believe 10 of these 11 drivers will get another chance at it. Not sure if they're going to get 2 laps or 1 lap. We'll find out here shortly. But Will Young on track was fastest in practice, therefore running the final qualifying position here. Final car out for qualifying. So we'll see what he can do on his laps to try to match what the 3 of Robinson, or I'm sorry, the 18 of Robinson has done. Will Young's first lap is at 30.70, 10th quickest. See if he can pick that up on his second lap here. It is enough to get him into that second chance qualifier, as I believe they're doing the top 10, even though there's only 11 entries for qualifying. There were many, many provisionals. Guys who couldn't make it tonight but intend to make it next week for the race. They will start behind all of these drivers that are here tonight as Will Young jumps to second on the board at a 29.90. Good lap for the 68 of Will Young. But in the first round, Gregory Robinson currently sits on the pole with Will Young in second, Kenneth Pack third, Eric Thornton fourth, James Nelson fifth, Curtis Saubrin sixth, Greg Barnett is seventh, Dennis Kane eighth, Tyrone Yo Jr. in ninth, Tommy Osborne in 10th, and the last was Malkovich in 11th. May not get a second run at it, but will start in P11. So we'll see what these top 10 do. They're going to run another set of laps here. Not sure exactly what they're going to do, but I believe it's going to be the top 10. I know initially they said maybe top 6, maybe top 10. We'll just have to see. So we'll just play it by ear here, folks, and see what comes about for the second chance qualifier. Again, this is the Katie Robinson Memorial 500 qualifier here tonight. Next weekend will be the race, will be the 500-mile race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, starting at about, I believe, 8 p.m. right here on SimWorld Racing Network. We do appreciate you tuning in here tonight. Be sure to drop in the comments who you're rooting for in this race. And as always, if you enjoy what you see here, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell. We have racing here 3 nights a week between AARL Truck Series, AARL Cup Series, and Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series on Friday nights. So it's always a good time here. So be sure to do all that fun social media crap and come join us. Tommy Osborne is taking the track for his second round of qualifying. See if Tommy can pick up his position. He did qualify 10th overall, so he'll get a shot at trying to improve that position. Mind you, he did time in at a 30.22. We'll see if he can pick that up here this time around. He ran a 30.02, picks it up quite a bit there in his second run. 30.02 for the number 1, Tommy Osborne. And that second lap will jump him up to P2 with a 29.87. Great lap. I mean, it's just a 1/100th off of Gregory Robinson's 29.86 that he ran the first round. So good run for Tommy Osborne. We should see Tyrone Yo, I believe, take the field next. We'll see here as they roll off. Yes, it will be the number 2 of Tyrone Yo. Not used to seeing Tyrone in a Toyota, but he has chosen to drive a Toyota tonight. So, all right, we'll see how that works out for him. As Tyrone Yo will time in on this lap at a 30.21, a little bit slower, about 5/100 slower than his fast lap in the first round. So not exactly what Tyrone was looking for. We'll see if he can pick it up this time around. He does pick it up with a 29.89, putting him third quickest overall. We see the number 4 of Dennis Kane in that Moza Racing Ford for Verizon, making his way out onto. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Anyway, as Dennis Kane is headed out on track here to try again to pick up from a 30.10 that he ran a bit earlier. His last lap, so his first lap was a 30.10, his second lap was a 30.14. He's got 2 more laps here to give it a shot, see if he can improve on that speed. He's headed off turn 4 down the backstretch. Oh, can you hear me on the backstretch? All right, so my jokes are pretty pathetic as he heads into turn 3. Now coming out of 4 and headed into the tri-oval is Dennis Kane to finish his first lap and times in at a 30.05. So he picked up quite a bit on that lap. Let's see what he can do on this second lap, second and final lap of qualifying. Comes through the, gets really loose off turn 4, coming across the start finish line to time in at a 29.90, moving him up to 4th overall on the board, right behind Tyrone Yo. Greg Barnett is now retaking to the track in that number 38 Night Owl So's Camaro. He's trying to get up to speed here on this lap. He'll take the green flag at the start-finish line. A 30.07 on his second lap was his fastest there in the first round of qualifying. So let's see if he can pick it up from that 30.07, as other drivers thus far have been able to pick it up. I believe track temperature may have dropped just a bit, as we're currently at 85 degrees track temperature. 80 degrees Fahrenheit is the ambient temperature. First lap around times in at top of the charts with a 29.86, matches Gregory Robinson's 29.86 from the first round. Good lap for the 38. It may have touched the wall there coming off 2 onto the backstretch on his second lap here, so he's going to have to probably count on that first lap. But we'll see as he gets back here to the start-finish line if he was able to pick it up or if he kind of lost a little. I imagine he lost just a bit. Yeah, second lap not quite as quick. So 29.86, top of the boards for Greg Barnett, as Curtis Saubrin is now taking to the track in that number 6 Castrol Edge Ford. See if we can jump on the helmet cam of Curtis Saubrin as he comes up to speed here on his up to speed portion of the lap. He's going through the gears up to 4th gear. Likely going to shift to 5th, coming out of 4 here and roll 5th this entire lap. We'll see. Shifts to 5th, crossing the start finish line through the tri-oval and down into 1. Curtis Sovereign ran a 30.05 on his first lap. Let's see if he can pick it up, or his second lap of qualifying, first round. See if he can pick it up just a bit. He exits 4, coming to the start-finish line for the first of 2 laps here in the second round. First lap will time in at he matched it at 30.05, so we'll see what he can do on his, see if he can pick it up just a bit here on the second lap. That's crazy, he matched that lap exactly. It's pretty awesome. So he's coming off the floor to the start-finish line. Curtis Sovereign will time in at a 29.94, puts him 8th quickest thus far. So we should see James Nelson begin to take the track here in just a second as we see the 75 AutoServe AutoServe Ford taken to the track through 1 and 2. Track temperatures dropped another degree since we looked at it, so it's down to 84 degrees. I believe it was 85 when we first looked at it, so this is going to help some of these drivers later in the run, possibly help them get a little bit more grip. We'll see how the times reflect that, if they reflect that. Is James Nelson now on the backstretch of his first of 2 laps here in the final round of qualifying. Again, he timed in at a 30 flat on his second lap of round 1 of qualifying here. So let's see if he can better that on his first of 2 laps. No, he's actually lost a couple of tenths there with a 30.24 on that first lap. Let's see what he can do on this second and final lap of qualifying. James gets right down on the white and blue line, heading off a 4 to the start-finish line. Looks like a better lap, but we'll have to see what the scoring guides tell us. 30.08, so no, he will time in with his 30 flat. 10th quickest, will be the 10th qualifier in qualifying, so he will start P10 as the 88 of Eric Thornton is taking the track. Eric ran a 29.96 on lap 2 of his first qualifying round. See if he can better that this time around. Eric comes off of turn 4, coming to the green flag to take his 2 laps of qualifying here. Down in turn 1, holding it about half a car to a car off the bottom through 1 and 2, right up against that wall through down the backstretch. Then as we head into 3 and 4, he's running a higher line, running that second groove. Now he brings it down to apex there a little bit later in the corner. Let's see if that brings any speed to the 88. 30.29, so these cars are actually slowing up quite a bit here late in the qualifying here, but I thought as the temperature came down they may get a little bit quicker, but no. 30.29 on lap 1. Let's see what the 88 can do here as he's heading back into 3. Right down on that white and blue line this time through 3 and 4. See if that helps his time just a bit. His second lap will time in at a 29.89, jumps to P4 overall. Pretty good lap there for the 88 of Eric Thornton, that Apex Racing number 88 Chevrolet. Kenneth Pack, Kenneth Podium Pack, or Kenneth Winner Pack, or Pole Position Pack. Well, we've called him all kinds of things here lately as he's been quick everywhere we go. Again, winning the Katie Robinson Memorial, the Katie Robinson 600 for Quick Finishers Racing League last night here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Ran a 29.93 on lap 2 of the first round of qualifying. We'll see what he can do. Oh, as he kind of scrapes the wall there in the tri-oval. See what he can do here on his first lap. Kenneth comes to the start-finish line to complete his first lap of the second round of qualifying with time in with a 30.01. Gets it right down onto that white line, coming through 1 and 2. Back out to the wall, down the backstretch. A little bit of late entry, but gets it right down to the blue line, coming through 3 and 4. It's a good exit coming to the start-finish line with time in for his final qualifying effort at a 29.97 to lock him into 8th position. It's Will Young in the number 68 North Spark Racing takes to the track. His second lap of the first round of qualifying timed in at a 29.90. Again, we're seeing these cars kind of slow down here towards the end of the qualifying effort, which is, again, a bit odd to me, unless they're just getting too snug based on the temperature dropping just a little bit. Oh, as he gets into the wall, down exiting 2 and down the backstretch, really going to kind of mess up his first lap, or his up to speed lap here a little bit. Still has time to make it up here. He'll take the green flag to start lap 1 of 2 here in his final round of qualifying for Will Young in the number 68 North Spark Racing Chevrolet. He's heading off into 3 now. As he comes out of 4 and down through the tri-oval to the start-finish line, Will Young times in his first lap at a 29.80. Move Will Young to the top of the charts for now. And he's one and done with a 29.80. One and done. Pulls it over on the backstretch. Says, I'm out of here with a 29.80. I'll take it. Looks like Gregory Robinson will take the field now in the number 18 Lake Superior State University Chevrolet. Ran a 29.86 on his second lap. If he can pick that up just a bit, maybe looking at the pole, we'll see what happens here as he comes to the green flag. He works down the backstretch. Right down to that blue line, white line, just a little bit off of it there. Through 3 and 4 as he comes back to the start-finish line for his first of 2 laps here in the final round of qualifying. Times in at a 30.21. Not exactly what he wanted. See if he can pick it up a little on this second lap. Still not getting down to the line where I think he's going to need to be. The really fast times, these guys were running their tires across that line, that painted line. As we see him stay about 1.5 feet, 2 feet off that. Not sure that's going to be enough to do it. We'll see as he comes to the line here for his final lap. 29.83 for Gregory Robinson puts him P2 in qualifying. I believe that will do it for qualifying, as your qualifying order is as such. Will Young is your pole sitter for the Katie Robinson Memorial 500 next weekend, with Gregory Robinson in second, Greg Barnett in third, Tommy Osborne in fourth, Eric Thornton fifth, Tyrone Yo sixth, seventh will be Dennis Kane, eighth will be Kenneth Pack, ninth is Curtis Sauburn, 10th is James Nelson, and Malkovich is 11th. And then we're going to have quite a few more drivers than this. Let's see if we can get a word with Will, our pole sitter. Nope, I can't drag him in here, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to do that. But this is the Katie Robinson Memorial Qualifier. Looks like we have Gregory Robinson. Gregory, would you like to go ahead and give us a little word about the qualifying event that happened tonight? Congratulations on a P2 start for the race, and kind of give us an idea of what the race is about and the reason for doing this, sir.
Thank you. Qualifying was not the way I wanted to go, but we had to go on the fly, and I want to say it turned out as good as it could have been with what we've been dealing with tonight. The race is in honor of my little sister, who was killed in a car crash in 21. And I want to do this around the time, because she was killed June 17th, and I wanted to have a happy memory around this time of the month.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you know, we've put the information out there for folks to donate to the scholarship. Now, is that scholarship for Lake Superior State University? Is that where that's at?
It is offered to be used at Lake State.
Very
pretty
good.
sure it's to be used. It's offered to the local high school for female athletes that are graduating to be used. Pretty sure at Lake State.
Yeah, and my understanding is Katie had planned to attend Lake Superior State University and play hockey as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, she had just moved back a couple months, and she was going to be enrolling to Lake State to play for the women's hockey team.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, this is an awesome thing you're doing in memory of your sister, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Thank you for involving SimWorld Racing Network as a part of that. Yeah, I mean, again, folks, if you've got a couple bucks, if you've got $1,000, let's go ahead and get on there and place a little donation. You're going to help some kid that really may need that scholarship help to get into a good school. You could help them out just a bit there, and you could do it in memory of Katie Robinson and the whole Robinson family. And you know, our thoughts, prayers, and our hearts go out to you guys. I know this is always a tough time of year for you all. You know, having lost Katie so early in her life, and that's very unfortunate, man. And again, thank you for involving us as a part of it as well.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for doing it.
Hey, no problem. And we will see you, sir. We will see you next Saturday for the Katie Robinson Memorial 500. And as well as you run in these races at Charlotte, buddy, you're going to be right there. You're already starting up in P2. You're going to be right there in the mix of things.
Yep. Thank you.
All right,
I hope to have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too, buddy. And we'll talk to you later on.
Yep.
All right, bye. All right. That was Gregory Smokey Robinson. He's putting on this Katie Robinson Memorial Race. It's a very cool event, you know, in memory of Katie Robinson. Be sure to tune in next Saturday night for that race right here on SimWorld Racing Network. I believe at 8 p.m. But if you ring the notification bell when you're subscribed to the channel, you won't miss a thing. And we'll see you guys then. For Dave Hara here up in the booth. I had a good time with qualifying. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And we will see you all next Saturday. Take care.